traveling on a budget can be a challenge.
If we could do it,
anyone can do it.
We made it. Welcome to American Travelers.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Dave.
We travel the world looking for fun and new adventures.
Making friends along the way.
We are the cast and the crew and do all the filming ourselves, just the two of us.
Sometimes it's a real challenge, but we love it.
We've got a bunch of great stops to show you. Our purpose is to show awesome destinations and share our new adventures,
We'll give some tips on how to budget your trip.
along with some history and culture of each destination.
So come join us on American Travelers. We're on the island of Nevis, a hidden gem in the Caribbean, and staying at the Hermitage Plantation Inn near the slopes of Mount Nevis.
We get here last night. Of course, we couldn't see anything because it was dark. We get to our room. Our room is perfect with a nice breeze coming through and great sleeping. Get up this morning and it was like Christmas morning. Everything is green, beautiful. There's rock work everywhere. Neat little idyllic little cabins that are kind of tucked into the hills here. All part of the Hermitage Plantation. Tons of places to look and see. We haven't really got around to see everything because we've just been down to breakfast. They have a house down there that they've changed to the dining room, kitchen, and restaurant area. So we have this great breakfast, all local fruit and sausages, I'm sure, all done here on the island. So we're going to have the owners come up and tell us a little bit about this place.
My name is Richard, and I live here at the Hermitage in Nevis. Well, I first came to open a branch of Bank of America in St. Kitts in 1968. St. Kitts then was pre-World War II. Nevis was pre-World War I. More people had oil lamps than had electricity. The Hermitage came up in 1971. My tour in St. Kitts was coming to an end, and I did have a fascination with old country houses in St. Kitts. And the people that owned this old place in Nevis, it was just a ruin then, called me and said, we understand there are Americans, crazy Americans that buy places like this. See if you can find me one.
Located around the main house are 15 gingerbread-style guest cottages on 3 acres. Stroll around the nicely landscaped grounds and you'll see cocoa, mango, and breadfruit trees. It's a romantic destination for sure.
We're staying at the Tower Up Cottage. It has a beautiful netted canopy bed, a mahogany hardwood floor, and antiques everywhere. On the balcony, you see a great view of the pool and the countryside. You see that hammock over there? One of us will be in there later.
Looking up, there's a hardwood open-beam ceiling with large fans to keep the room nice and cool. It even has a small fridge and a nice-sized bathroom.
Carrie, what do you think of the Hermitage?
Oh my gosh, we have so much to look at here. But just the little bit I've seen so far, it's just the most idyllic little setting. So we have a lot to show you and I can't wait.
Here at the Hermitage, we're not on the beach, of course. We're 850 feet above sea level. And here we are, the middle of the day, the hottest time of the day, the hottest time of the year. Well, we have a breeze. And that's what's lovely about these locations. On the coast, you would have to have air conditioning or something, but up here, there's always the breeze. The house is a wooden house. It's 350 years old, the oldest house on the island, but yet they survive. They never get hot. They're always cool and comfortable.
After a little relaxing, we decided to head down and check out the barbecue.
The Hermitage does a pig roast every Wednesday night, and as you can see right behind me, they got the pig roasting. It looks like it's going to be really good. I wish you could smell it. The smell is incredible, roast pork. So everybody's getting ready for the big feed, and we'll be down when this thing is done. It's cooked on natural charcoal. It's not like a Kingsford oil, black charcoal that we get back home. This is all natural wood charcoal that they make here. So that is going to make a big difference in the way this meat tastes.
Not too many people here during the day and on our visit, but the pig roast seems to bring them all out, that's for sure. Because there's a ton of people here now. So it must be good. Looking forward to it. Hey, so it's Richard and Richie. Hey, so tonight's the night of the pig roast.
This is our favorite night. We do this every Wednesday, and the best part of it, other than the other good parts, is also the good rum. But the other favorite part is the good company.
Yeah, I'm actually having some good rum right now. And
The weekly burnt offering. The only trouble I have is that if there's any leftovers, I eat them.
all right. Yeah, it's great. Look at that. We saw that earlier today.
Next to that you have pasta salad, then you have ginger and slaw, then the green salad, tomatoes and plantain with a basil pesto, then you have the roast suckling pig. Next to the roast suckling pig you have johnny cakes and tanya fritters, curried chickpea and candied sweet potato.
What do you call those again? Johnny
Cakes.
Johnny cakes, yeah, we call those in the South hush puppies. So, Carrie, you're one of the first ones back to your plate. I see that you had.
I've already sampled a few things.
Yeah.
Some of it's a little spicy. It has that Caribbean, kind of flavors to it. Anyway, I'm really ready to dive in now that you're back. This is what it's all about. This is the roast pig that we saw earlier. Talk about delicious, and the smoky flavor from the barbecue is coming through, and oh my God, I'm in heaven.
What did you think of this meal tonight?
The meal was really good, it was really tasty, and the pig was very cool, and I like the skin because it was nice and crispy.
The dinner was outstanding. I thought it was very different. I'd never tried anything like it before, and it's definitely worth going to.
Nevis was known for the quality of its lignum vitae, which is what the house is framed with, which is why it survived so long. The posts go in the ground about 4 feet for 350 years now, and they haven't rotted yet because of that wood. It's marvelous wood. So they sold the forest wood, the lumber, and then started trying to grow various crops. It's expected that they did indigo and tobacco initially. Tobacco, they both grew here, but not to the commercial satisfaction. They tried ginger, which is why this district is still called Gingerland. But by the end of the 17th century, they went into sugar, and that's what all these islands then went into for the next 200 years. The old sugar plantations were actually factories as much as they were farms. They had to grow the cane, then they had to process the cane, which is crush the juice, and then they had to boil it at least 5 times to get it into thick molasses. And they use these great big iron kettles, which have survived to this day. They're almost indestructible. We have about 25 of them around the Hermitage here, and they were kept for watering animals and storing rainwater from the roofs. The volcanic history of Nevis was a lot of stones and boulders were blown out of the volcano. And to cultivate up here, they had to clear the land, create terraces, and then the soil between the terraces where they grew things. And there are a lot of stones, as you can see, all over the place here. It's totally different from St. Kitts, where their volcanic eruption was mostly ash. So they have very few rocks in St. Kitts compared to Nevis.
We had a great stay here at the Hermitage Plantation Inn. The history is rich with all of its artifacts still here. We love the plantation-style shutters and the design of the rooms in the main house. It's so inviting with all of the books and the comfy chairs. We can see a family gathering here for a great game of Monopoly.
The furniture is something you would only see in the past. When entering the dining room, there's a sense of elegance. On the patio, you could sit and take in a view while sipping on a glass of wine. In our travels, we would highly recommend the Hermitage Plantation Inn. Off to our next adventure.